What's going on, Kyle, man? Listen, this girl done went crazy.
What'd she do this time, man?
Man, listen, she said that y'all couldn't come over to watch the game, but don't worry, I got it covered. I got us a room at the TownePlace Suites in Tampa. We're good.
Okay, that's great and everything. Like, I'm glad we get to watch the game, but you know this doesn't solve your girl issues, right? When she sees that charge on your credit card, she's gonna be asking questions. And when she calls me and asks me why there's a charge for $100 and something for the room, she's not gonna believe anything I say.
Oh, no, yeah, that's why I'm calling you. I put the room under your name, and I told the front desk that I'm a big, bald-headed black dude, so you're going to fit the description perfectly. Don't worry.
Bruce, what? Come on.
I am Bruce Jordan. I'm former ISG corporate and I manage over $1 billion in assets and $300 million in revenue. When Michael Jordan is to basketball, Bruce Jordan is the same to the hotel industry.
My name is Kyle Allison, and I'm a hotel operations expert. I currently work as the managing partner and media host at HospitalityMD, where hospitality is everyone's business. Throughout my career, I've worked in hotels in 4 states, totaling over 4,000 guest rooms. This is Hotel Management Do's and Don'ts Season 2.
Do you want to give your housekeepers a raise but you just can't afford it? No problem. We will increase their pay for you and it will cost your hotel nothing. Stop the high-end crisis and pay your employees more money. The high-end crisis ends today at We Tip Hotels. For more information, visit wetiphotels.com.
Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. It's Bruce Jordan, and I have a special guest today.
What's going on, guys? Kyle Allison from HospitalityMD. Super excited to be on location at the TownePlace Suites by Marriott Tampa East, I-4, with my good friend, the Michael Jordan of hospitality, Bruce Jordan.
And you know, we're over here in Tampa, and this location is like 13 minutes away from Busch Gardens. It's like 11 minutes away from the Florida Aquarium. And then it's like 9 minutes away from like the Port Tampa. And it has the casino right down the street. So you know, we definitely got to play some poker or something, man, because you know, it's right down the street. So let's make that happen for sure.
That's where we will be headed right after this. This hotel features 97 total rooms with 3 active room types. They have 2 queen suites, king rooms, and then a 1-bedroom suite. And of course, they have some handicapped accessible rooms as well.
Now, this place is ridiculous. It has a full kitchen. Like, they have like this microwave is like a $500 microwave. I don't know why it's inside a 97-room hotel. Like, this is the type of microwave that you would get for like a luxury house. It's not something that you will usually put inside of a hotel room. And then on top of that, I think they did this for Tom Brady. There's no other way why they would do this. They have an area just for your suitcase underneath the bed. Like, yeah, underneath the bed. Like, this is ridiculous. I've never seen this before. So this is so cool. Nice, huge, big screen TV. The carpet, me, myself personally, I kind of tend to stay away from the carpet because, you know, if there's a stain or something like that, it's a headache to get out. So I either go with hardwood floors, hard surfaces, tiles, or carpet tiles. Like, I will do carpet tiles because I could just cut out that piece of the tile and then put a fresh one down. But yeah, other than that, this place is great. They have like these amazing pillows, and they don't just have down pillows. They give you 2 down pillows and 2 foam pillows. So if you're allergic to down pillows, all you gotta do is remove them from the bed.
Yep, and they actually get it right. And you know that standard is in place when you get to the hotel. You know, sometimes you'll show up and there'll be, you know, 3 feather and 1 foam or vice versa, but they actually make sure that if those pillows are not right, that they change them out before the guest comes, so they maintain that standard of 2 down pillows and 2 foam pillows in the room when you check in. Now, another crazy feature that I've never seen in a hotel room in my life is a shoe rack. Do you want to come to your hotel and feel like the walls are closing in on you for your extended stay, where you have shoes, clutter, luggage, for example, that's piling up. You can organize your shoes. There's a nice space to throw your keys up on top, and then just like Bruce said, throw your luggage underneath a nice slot under the bed. What they've managed to do here with the design of this product is make sure that it's not only beautiful but functional, and I think they've really done a good job with that. With this being my first time staying at a TownePlace Suites, this prototype is great, and I will definitely stand by that. Even the desk itself has storage for papers, notebooks, laptops, etc. But it doesn't look clunky or bulky, and everything is just seamless here with the design.
Now, you know what the South is known for. The South is known for some barbecue. And I didn't see any immediate barbecue areas, like restaurants over here. So we just do it ourselves because they have 2 big barbecue pit grills downstairs where you can just do your own barbecue, light it up, put them ribs on there, put them burgers on there, put them hot dogs on there. And hell, I mean, the way that crowd is getting down, I think we may have to sell some of this stuff for $10 a pop. So now let's move on to operations.
All right, guys. So as most of you know, if you've checked out HospitalityMD, hotel operations are my absolute favorite and my passion. So this hotel has a lot of great things that they're doing for their guests in terms of their in-room amenities and guest supply. Something that I've worked in 4-star hotels in Chicago, and I've never seen standard in the rooms, and maybe that's a slight to my hotels that I've worked at, but here at the TownePlace Suites by Marriott Tampa East I-4, they have mouthwash standard in the guest rooms as an in-room amenity, and makeup remover wipes among the standard shampoo, conditioner, body wash, etc. So you would expect those, but I personally would not expect coming to a select service Marriott product to see mouthwash and makeup remover wipes as a standard amenity. Maybe upon request, but this is coming in all the rooms, guys. So when you come, you have a bathroom stocked full of all the amenities you would need. In addition, as an extended stay hotel, the kitchen has pots, pans, liquid measuring cup, strainer for pasta and other things. So you really won't be without when you stay here when it comes to personal hygiene, when it comes to food and cooking. So in terms of that kind of experience that they have in terms of the guest supply, they really have genuinely exceeded my expectations. Now, in terms of the arrival experience here and housekeeping, now there was an unfortunate situation that I did witness when I was in the lobby observing. So it brings me no pleasure to say this, but here's what happened. We had a guest who was checking into the hotel. She showed up around 3:45 in the afternoon, about 15 minutes before guaranteed check-in time. And she came to the front desk and they told her, your room's not ready yet. Go ahead and have a seat and we'll let you know as soon as it is. Okay, at the time I didn't think anything of it. I said, all right, well, we're coming off of Memorial Day weekend. Maybe it's a little slow. There's still 15 minutes before guaranteed check-in time, so no harm, no foul, right? Well, wrong. So 20 minutes pass and eventually the gentleman walks up and says, I'm sorry, miss, but the room that you booked, we do not have available. And she had booked a king suite and they had to put her in a 2-queen bed accessible room. And the biggest kicker of this whole thing was that she was a 5-night stay, staying for business.
5 nights?
5 nights.
Say it ain't so, Kyle.
5-night stay.
Wow.
So what, to me, as a hotelier, what does that mean? That means that nobody was looking at the arrivals. Nobody was checking to see who was coming into the hotel. And I don't know about you, Bruce, but to me, I feel like that's just 101 hotel operations. You look to see who's coming in, right?
Maybe it was 5 free nights.
Well, with that mixed up, it might end up being that.
Maybe it was the employee rate.
Well, so you know what, guys? She did end up, having that issue. But I will say, Octavia, the housekeeping manager, really was able to resurrect the experience, because here's the thing, guys, you wouldn't expect the executive housekeeper to be at the front desk handling a housekeeping related issue when it comes to a guest.
That's
But
impressive. That's really impressive. Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, she was at the front desk prepared to assist the front desk agent in delivering this bad news to the guest. And she said, you know what, miss, we're gonna have more of the rooms that you had booked originally available tomorrow. Why don't you come back and see us, and we'll get you moved into the room that you did book. And she said, my name's Octavia, I'm with the housekeeping department. If you need anything, please let me know. Ask for me by name. And I think that was incredible to witness. It was a genuine act of hospitality that I saw in the lobby, and I think the guests really appreciated it. So despite the fact that, you know, there's evidence to suggest that the hotel staff was not preparing for their arrivals properly, you know, we can forgive that because it's obvious that the staff of this hotel does care about their guests. I think just a little bit more training would go a long way to avoid situations like what happened today.
So for Octavia, for doing such an outstanding job and going above and beyond, we're going to give you an Air Jordan. And it's in. What are some of the other things that you've seen, like as far as like housekeeping and their cleaning standards and everything that you've witnessed so far?
Yeah, so speaking of housekeeping, right? So Octavia's hospitality is definitely shining through in the cleanliness of the guest rooms. I swear I've had to essentially look up and down to find anything wrong with the cleanliness of this room. And I remember my first ever director of housekeeping when I was working for her, she said, don't ever inspect a room and give it 100%. That was really, you ever heard that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I live by that.
Yeah, don't ever give it 100% because 100% is not possible. And Alita, I know you're gonna hate me when I say this, but it's pretty close, and I'm not gonna give it 100. I'll stick with what you told me, but it's pretty damn close. The only thing that I struggled with in this room in terms of cleanliness was the air filter for the PTAC air conditioning unit in the room could have been cleaner. Was it filthy? Was it unacceptable? Was it a dangerously high amount of dust and debris on it? No. Could it have been cleaner? Yes.
Yeah.
And I would have, if I was inspecting this room and I saw that, I would have seen that it had been replaced. But do I think that it was completely unacceptable and negligent? No, I don't. So this room was fantastic in many ways. And Octavia, you were doing a great job with your housekeeping department. Thank you for your contributions to hospitality.
Now, just in case you don't know, this is what a dirty air filter looks like. This actually came from my house, and this is the one that we seen here today. So I gotta go to Home Depot and get some more air filters. I'll bring Octavia with me.
Yeah. She'll make sure that.
Now let's move on to revenue. Now revenue. Well, you know, when I see this property, you know, they're located right down the street from the casino, but I don't see anything inside of the listings where they're gauging and gunning for that business. Matter of fact, the casino isn't even inside the listing. When you're right next to something, everyone in Florida knows about this casino. Like, everyone comes to this casino. I drive to Orlando to come to this casino at least once every 3 years. So it's not inside the listing. It's not a landmark for them. You need that because you're gunning for that business. Their rate is $500 a night right now. This rate right now is $134. Do you think somebody wants to pay $500 a night when they could come here, which is 2-3 minutes away, and pay $134, and you're in a much better situation because you have a full kitchen, full fridge, you have stove tops, you have dishes, plates, you can make your own food if you're going to be here for a couple of days. The other thing that I did notice is that when I first booked this room, the rate was like $194. It was $194, right?
Yeah.
It was $194. A couple of days later, I noticed that the rate dropped to $134. I canceled. I'm not paying $194 when I got paid $134. I canceled my reservation. I didn't get an email. I didn't get a text message. I didn't get a phone call or anything to try to save my cancellation. So they have absolutely no cancellation recovery. Usually what I do, especially when the demand is not there, and I see that, you know, I'm gauging, I'm looking at my room pickup report, and I see that I'm losing all across the board, I'm trying to save every single cancellation that I can. So I'm sending the text message. I see that you're canceled. This was your room type. This may be better for you. I'm decreasing my number because 9 times out of 10 is probably from an OTA anyway. So if they have booked, if I'm paying 15% or 20% commission, I can afford to reduce my rate by that percentage and pass that savings along to the guests so I can recover that cancellation. I'm enticing them to come back and rebook. And I just did not see that here. So what do you think about that, Kyle?
All right, so playing devil's advocate here, guys, I actually think that they prematurely reduced the rate, right? Like Bruce said, we booked the room $194, the rate went down to $134, and you know, it's $60, and canceled it and rebooked it. But all the while, the casino 2 or 3 minutes up the road was still charging the same $400 to $500 rates.
Yeah.
So if you're, and you know, it can be argued, right? In before the revenue manager comes in, yeah, is the casino in the same comp set as the extended stay select service Marriott product? On Memorial Day weekend, it sure as hell is, right? Because of all the leisure travelers, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They just want a room to stay in. And so all the people that we saw using the barbecue, using the pool, having a good time, enjoying the great product that this hotel has to offer, and also enjoying the close proximity to the casino, would they have paid $197? And would they have booked within a shorter booking window than we're used to? Yes. I think they got scared because they were not seeing the sellout as fast as they wanted to going into the weekend. But I think they still would have had it because what do we know now post-COVID that we didn't have pre-COVID? That the booking window is getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
That's
so
true.
Revenue managers have to be aware of that instead of feeling anxious like, oh, we're not going to sell out, let's lower our rate. No, if you know you have demand, if you know that your competition is still selling, hold true to your rate, keep strong, because again, it's just not going to sell out as fast as it would. But 24 hours out or even day of, would you have sold out? I really, really do believe that they could have sold out at 197. And I think we did confirm, right, with the staff that they did end up selling out.
They sold out, yeah.
Right, okay, so confirmed. They sold out, but they sold out at 134. They would have sold out with a $60 higher rate. I just know it. So I think they prematurely lowered their rate. Is it good for the guests? Yeah, for you guys watching, you're gonna get a good deal when you come here. But I really think from a hotel manager's perspective and, you know, thinking on behalf of the owner, I think they could have kept the 197.
You know, I remember an owner asked me, would you rather be at $200 at 50% or $100 at 100%? I said I'll take the $200 at 50%.
Right.
Less wear and tear on my rooms. Now, let's move on to breakfast. Finally, someone has listened to me and started bringing back the hot breakfast. Listen, you know, we had fun with the bags. It was great. It was fun. It was cool. We saved a fortune. But now we have to start going back to the basics and giving guests what they want. And that's exactly what this hotel has started doing. Hot breakfast, waffles, eggs, cheese. I don't think that the cheese is from Italy, but like the doors. But you know, they're taking care of what they need to take care of, and they're making it happen. So I'm glad to see that they're bringing breakfast back. You know, so awesome. What was the guy's name? Justin Timberlake. He was bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
This hotel is bringing breakfast back.
Yes. So tying it full circle, right? We talked about my opinion about them lowering the rate prematurely. I would be honestly really, really interested to see what the other select service hotels in the area are offering in terms of breakfast. I bet you a lot of them are still doing brown bag with a muffin and a milk carton inside of it. And they need to be like, we have 24-hour coffee service that's available, because a lot of hotels stopped doing that. So they have 24-hour coffee and tea service, and they have hot breakfast with full buffet, waffle maker, assorted cheese, all this stuff that I'm sure if you go down the street to the next select service hotel, chances are they're still, kind of hiding behind the veil of COVID and saying, sorry, we don't offer hot breakfast. And that is something they should be screaming to the mountaintops, letting all the guests know, and they should be, putting the rate to reflect that, because if their competition isn't offering it, that's something that guests are asking for. So I think they definitely had a slam dunk with this breakfast.
Oh yeah, and that should be in their listing. Like, hey, we're offering hot breakfast that no one else, because no one's going to see that in their listing because of COVID.
So yeah, breakfast was great. Just could have communicated a little bit better, I think.
For sure. Now you know what time it is. It's time for the hotel badge. It's hotel badge time. Listen, I never been to Italy, but now that I've seen what this hotel has to offer, I think I'm just going to stay right here. The hotel had imported some doors from Italy, and I'm thinking like, oh man, this furniture, or the doors are going to be like amazing. And I looked at the doors, and I'm like, I could have got these doors down the street. Like, these doors, they need to come from Italy.
Imported from Orlando.
Yeah, I could have imported these doors from Orlando. I could have cut down some trees and made these doors. Like, it was like, yeah, I just don't see it. So I feel like they just blew a bunch of money on these particular doors for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. We decided that we're gonna paint some pizzas on the door so everyone knows that they're from Italy.
Yeah, if you're gonna import your doors from Italy and they're not, you can't tell, then you're gonna have to do something to make those doors worth their money. Because like Bruce said, I don't see it. If there's anybody in carpentry or anybody watching who has a expertise in imported wood, let us know in the comment section. Right? Yeah, let us know in the comments if you think that these doors were worth the money to have them imported. And if you come and stay here, you might make a few friends in the breakfast area. It's a conversation starter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, hold up. We got one more bash for this hotel from me. So they say that when one door closes, another door opens. Well, at this hotel, all the doors are open. And I hate to say it, guys, but I'm walking down the hallway, right? Walking through the guest corridors, and you see a cart, a housekeeping room attendant cart outside. And you think, great, this hotel is busy. They're cleaning their rooms. Until you walk by and you get closer and you notice that the cart is here and there's 2 or 3 doors all open in the same vicinity around this housekeeping cart. And anybody who's ever overseen a housekeeping department knows that that is a 101 fundamental no-no in housekeeping, is you close your doors when the rooms are being serviced. Why do we do that? Number one, it's a safety and security issue for the room attendant.
Nice. So this is just a reflection on what's really going on as far as like the hiring crisis and finding people and trying to manage a hotel and train a bunch of new people all at the same time, because the life cycle of a housekeeping employee is just not lasting as long. So I think that's just a testament to that.
Yeah, and that's a great point too, Bruce, because I think from a seasoned room attendant who's been doing this for many years, more than likely you probably would not have seen some of those things. So great point. 2 the playing devil's advocate from the hotel perspective, we are in a hiring crisis right now. The turnover is through the roof right now, especially with these key rooms division roles like housekeeping and front desk. And just to have the rooms this clean, period, it is a testament to their hard work and determination. But a note to improve would be to kind of hammer out some of these details moving forward.
And that's what we do best. We get it done, whether it's a great situation or we're in trying times.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Subject of the day: beds. Should we tuck our beds or should we leave them untucked? This has been racking my brain for a little while because I know that everyone loves that nice, sharp, tucked bed look, but we have to figure out ways to make the workload lighter for our housekeepers. And it may be faster for them to just lay the top sheet on and go on to the next room versus trying to tuck in all the beds, trying to tuck in all the corners. If we could just save them that extra 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, to make the bed, then why not leave it? Let's just leave it untucked. What do you think?
Well, this question is, it's means a lot to me, right? Because on one hand, what's part of like the biggest excitement and fun as a guest? When you come in and you see your bed with those tight hospital corners, nice and tucked, and you go in and you peel the front part of the bed out and you go in and it feels like you're being tucked into a nice, warm, tightly compacted bed. So from a guest experience, you want that crisp, clean, like professional bed make that you can't get at home, right? Because one of the biggest things about hotels is the fun for a guest is that you have things here that you don't have at home. And throwing the top sheet on and having it kind of loose is something that you would do at home.
Something
right?
you do at home, right? And
So-
we're inside of an extended stay hotel. It's so funny you say that.
Well, you got me there, man. You got me. I think it's both. It's both. I love the hospital corner. I love the tuck because it looks good. It feels good. It's nostalgic for me personally, and I think as it is for a lot of guests. But I will say every minute per occupied room counts right now. With the hiring crisis going on, you have the muscle memory for room attendants is not there like it was if you had a 20-year tenured room attendant who has the muscle memory built up over decades. They can fly through that. The hospital corners won't make a big deal for them. But for somebody who's brand new, who's just starting cleaning rooms, it takes a long time to get used to how to make these beds the way they do. So yeah, maybe doing a more loose kind of top sheet kind of laying over the bed would be better for the productivity because the revenues aren't there, the budget's not there, and the staffing isn't there. Or compromise.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe a tuck in the front of the bed, loose on the sides of the bed. Right?
That'll be easier.
And it looks good, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Should we be making our beds the traditional way with the hospital corners and all the tucks? Should we do a hybrid, tuck it in the front and let it go loose on the sides? Or should we just have kind of do the fold at the top where the pillows are and then let the rest of the sheets hang freely? Let us know what you think. And why, actually, as well. Let us know why. And if you're a guest, let us know what you would like as well, because your opinion matters for how we navigate this recovery in the hotel industry.
Now let's get down to these scores.
All right, guys. So starting first off with our operations score, we're going to give them an 8. Like I said, the reason they're not at a 10 is because of the issue with the woman I observed checking into the hotel. I definitely think that knowing who is arriving to your hotel and really strategizing your daily operations around that is the foundation of what we do in the hotel industry. So that's why I'm not giving them a 10. But Octavia from housekeeping saves the day for their operations score and gives them a solid and impressive score of an 8, because Octavia, as the housekeeping leader, she not only keeps the rooms completely spotless,
Oh yeah.
She has upscale amenities in the room like mouthwash, makeup remover wipes, multiple of different toiletry products for your guests. But she's also hospitable. Seeing the way that she handled and resolved the issue for the 5-night business traveler guest in the lobby who wasn't able to get the room she booked really restored my faith in the resilience and hospitality that this industry can offer to its guests, even at a time when it's, you know, fewer and far in between. So Octavia definitely saves the day in operations, and the TownePlace Suites by Marriott Tampa East I-4 gets an 8 for operations.
Now moving on to revenue, I feel like they come a long way compared to where they first started off, but there's still some room for improvement when it comes to owners and loans and banks and, you know, making payroll. Like just making payroll, we have to make sure we do what we need to do to squeeze the copper juice out of a penny. Okay, and these are just some of the things that they miss. You know, cancellation recovery, that should be part of everyone's training. Now I know this hotel is a little smaller, so it may not have a full-time revenue manager, but then if they don't have a full-time revenue manager, that's probably a task that's going to be left for the AGM or the front office manager. The other thing is making sure you take advantage and target one Pacific hotel that's at a higher level to you or higher level than you, so you can bring in that business over here. Your goal is to make it look like your hotel is 10 times better and their price is higher than yours for no reason. And that's exactly what they could have did if they would have targeted the Hard Rock Casino that are at $500 a night. So for revenue, I'm going to give this place 7.5.
Well said. And I agree. And lastly, breakfast. Breakfast. One of the things that we all love about staying in hotels, and the TownePlace Suites by Marriott Tampa East I-4 knocked it out of the park with a whopping 9.75 score for breakfast. Now, why so high? This is just a TownePlace Suites, right? Well, wrong. It's high because in a world where the hotels across the street are offering brown paper bags with muffins and milk for breakfast, and in a world where the other select service hotels in the market are not offering self-service coffee and tea 24 hours in the lobby, the TownePlace Suites excels beyond that and has chosen to offer a full hot buffet breakfast with fresh waffles, fresh cheeses, has 24/7 self-service coffee and tea in the lobby, and those doors imported from Italy sure as hell don't hurt the breakfast area either. So definitely a 9.75 out of 10 for breakfast at this property. Job well done, guys.
Did you like it when your mom gave you a brown bag for lunch at school? Like,
no, I didn't like it when my mom gave me a brown bag for lunch at school. Well, let me say it this way. I like when my mom gave it to me, not when the school gave it to me.
man, so just imagine how they feel about the hotel. Those hotels that still have those brown bags. Yeah, here you go. Like, you feel like a kid from school, like mad at your mom.
Remember that, guys. If you are giving your guests brown paper bags, you are making them feel like they're in elementary school again. And you don't want that. Let us know in the comments if you agree with our scores. And yeah.
Now, you know it's not just on us. If you want this hotel to win, you have got to vote for it. So you know what to do.
Now, to vote for this hotel, hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment below with your score.
Thank you for watching another episode of Hotel Management Do's and Don'ts.
Guys, it's been a pleasure being a guest on the show. Bruce, thank you so much for having me, my friend. And if you like the show, if you like Bruce's channel, I know you'll love HospitalityMD. Check the link in the top of the description to find my channel. I've got a bunch of great interviews on there with some pretty great hoteliers, huh? Right,
oh,
Bruce?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If you haven't guessed, Bruce was a guest on one of my shows. So check out Bruce's interview. Check out HospitalityMD. Link is in the description. And I appreciate your guys' support.
And you know what we're here to do. We're here to make your hotel revenues
rise
up once again.